Hey guys, Nick with Orthodox Outdoors here. Today we're going to be looking at the Nocpix Lumi P13 thermal monocular. The application that I'm using it for is predator hunting here in Pennsylvania. We're going to be hunting fox, coyotes, raccoon, possum, skunks. I understand that these products are made mostly for thermal hunting. I understand that these products are geared mostly towards coyote and hog hunting, but it's actually got a lot. I understand that these products are geared towards coyote and hog hunting primarily, but it does have a lot of applications. You could use this for squirrel hunting, deer hunting, predator hunting, pest control, really anything. We're going to be taking a look at the features on it. We're going to be taking a look at the color palettes. We're also going to take a look at your range limitations with this as far as ID and reading heat signatures. I haven't had this out on an actual hunt yet. I have had it out on a farm to test the detection range, and I have had it out at night in my backyard. I will say I am impressed with its performance on the farm in the daytime during terrible thermal conditions, middle of the afternoon, 80 degrees, humid, no clouds, terrible thermal conditions, and yet the image quality is still honestly superior to the, I won't say superior, that's an exaggeration. I'll say it's comparable, probably about 75 to 85% comparable to the V1 AGM rattler I had a few years ago. That's how far the technology in thermal sensors has come. I used to scoff at the idea of hunting with a 256, and now, honestly, I scoffed at the Nocpix 256 Bolt series, and this scanner now has me reconsidering that scope, and I am going to look into that scope, because if this is the quality of 256, you can absolutely hunt with this. I would say you're maxed out at 200, 250 yards. But if you're on a budget, or if you're only hunting a relatively small area, then this could be a good value for you.
Guys, I apologize. I worked for hours on this video. This is my first one, and I ran into a bunch of technical difficulties. This monocular does record audio and video. The microphone on it is actually really good. Unfortunately, I had to record a voiceover here just to get this video out. What I'm showing you here is the different color palettes. I'm going to go over the strengths and weaknesses of each one. Right now, you're looking at Black Hot. Black Hot is going to be really good for mapping an environment and showing terrain. For highlighting, you're going to want to use White Hot for picking up heat signatures out in the field. My other favorite for highlighting is going to be Crimson. I wasn't crazy about it at first, but you're going to see it in a little bit here. I think that's going to be my go-to for scanning and highlighting. This rivals the AGM 384 that I had from a few years ago. It's not exactly the same. I can't make that claim, but the image quality is, I'd say, 80-85% the same as that 384 V1 AGM. Unfortunately, there was no birds in the trees that I was looking at, but you can easily ID signatures out to 500 yards. You can easily pick up signatures out to 500 yards. As far as identification, you're going to be limited to 200, 250 yards. This is the violet setting. I don't care for it. I mean, it's a personal preference. This is the red hot or iron hot. This is going to be good for just showing up to a stand and getting a quick signature of if there's anything out in the field, because it's going to pick up on that. What I don't like about it is that it's very sensitive. It highlights a lot of heat signatures that you're not looking for, but it does have its uses. I don't particularly care for the color or the violet palette. The crimson, here's my favorite. For scanning and highlighting heat signatures, I don't think any other palette's going to work best. Viridian, I like just because it looks cool. I don't see too much benefit to it, but it is nice and it is easier on the eyes at night. I will tell you that. Those white things that you're seeing are aluminum pieces that the farmer put out in the field to keep crows away. They're about the size of small dinner plates, and those are about 75 to 100 yards from where I'm standing. I apologize, guys. So here's some more of the footage, just so you could see the limitations of this. I'm going to show you here 100 yards, and I'm going to show you this thing maxed out at like 200, 250 yards as far as IDing targets. The tree line right there is 100 yards directly in front of me, and when I turn, you're going to see the trees, not these. Those trees right there are about 100. These are about 400, 450 yards out. Unfortunately, there were no birds in the trees to highlight, but it can pick up heat signatures. Now, this car is about 110 yards with the GPS. I mapped it out. You're going to see my daughter there by the car. So this is a human target at 110 yards. She's standing at the trunk of the car. I think she's going to move in a second. You'll see her. I apologize for the shakiness. It's not that bad in person, but the way it translates into video is pretty bad. So here you're going to see this maxed out at, this is about 220 yards. You can easily see the vehicle, but people and animals are going to start to fade out at 200, 250 yards. Keep in mind, this is also terrible thermal conditions. This is the middle of the day. It's, I think it says 4:44 in the afternoon. It's about 80 some degrees. So keep that in mind. I was very impressed with this scope during daytime thermal conditions, which are very poor. Excuse me, I keep calling it a scope. It's a monocular. I will say this, the technology has improved enough.
I'm also going to say, guys, I'm also going to say, guys, know your limitations, like your own personal limitations out in the field as far as what you're comfortable IDing. I think with this, I think you're going to be limited to 200, 250 yards as far as clear positive IDs on dogs. Humans, I mean, you could probably ID out to 300. Deer, depending on the context of it, if you see deer in a group, you could probably identify them out to like 350. If you're using this in like a deep woods setting, where you're just sitting in a tree stand looking for squirrels or deer or whatever, turkeys, whatever, then this is more than enough. I wouldn't say you need a 384. This is plenty. So you could use it in that aspect. For predator hunting, if you're hunting relatively small areas and you don't have a lot of wide open areas where you're going to be taking long range shots, then this will be perfectly fine. You'll get by fine. You'll kill a lot of dogs. You kill a lot of foxes and raccoons and whatever. Like I said, if you're going to be using this in a relatively small area, where you're not taking long range shots, then you'll get by fine. 200 yards, 250, no problem. Plus, as you're going to have not only visual clues, but you're going to be calling the coyotes. They're going to be giving you vocal confirmation. You're going to see them come out in groups, and you personally just need to know the area that you're hunting and whether or not there should be a domestic dog there or not. If you're hunting a farm, then I wouldn't chance it. But if you're out in game lands or out, where you have a reasonable expectation that there should be no domestic dogs, um, there's other clues that you can use as context to ID animals, um, but know your personal limitations. I know guys with 640s that take shots at coyotes out to 600 yards. I also know guys that kill owls. It's a Venn diagram, honestly. So that being said, know your personal limitations. But for predator hunting, if you're just getting started, or if you're on a budget, or you don't hunt very large areas, this will be fine, and you're under $1,000. I think brand new these are like 750, 760. I think, I don't know, something like that. I know they do go on sale for around 600. So if you're looking to pick one of these up, it's a good time to get one right before the season. I have an affiliate link in my description with Midwest Thermal Optics. I personally use them. I've bought 3 thermal scopes off them. They're a family-owned company. It's like a small business customer service. They're very personal, very warm and friendly, and they take care of their customers, and they expedite their orders. It's like big business service with small business customer service. So go to Midwest Thermal Optics, support a family-owned business, and use my affiliate link.